For the person that's looking to commission a genuine bespoke suit, it's a minefield. It's a fact that the tailoring trade is fairly unregulated. The majority of companies and individuals that are claiming the tailors, the reality is they're not. You know, they were selling windows 2 years ago and suddenly they've put a tape measure on, measure you, take your measurements and ship it out. That is not true bespoke tailoring. The term bespoke has become very, very diluted and very loosely used. If you're after a genuine bespoke tailored suit, then you're only going to get that from real craftsmen and craftswomen. If you go to somebody and they measure you and they're going to send the garment out and have it made, there's nothing wrong with a factory made suit. It should not be sold as bespoke. A bespoke suit is made by craftspeople, real craftspeople. Anybody can put a tape measure around the neck and suddenly declare that they're a tailor and just bypass 9 years bespoke tailoring apprenticeship. If I decide to put a stethoscope around my neck, it doesn't make me a doctor, and I'm not going to be asking you to drop your pants so I can check your balls. The only things that are going to guarantee that you get a good quality bespoke suit is the skill and the competency of your cutter and the tailor. That is it. You need to be very, very careful. The thing to do is to do research on the person that you're considering commission a suit from, and you need to ask some quite probing questions, and their response will give you an indication of whether they're very happy with the way you're taking your line of questioning. So the first question I would ask is, what's your personal experience and how long have you been a bespoke tailor? Where did you work? Where did you train? Where did you do your apprenticeship? How long did you do your apprenticeship? Can you draft a pattern from a blank piece of paper? Can you cut a coat out? Who makes it? Who makes the trousers? Who finishes it? Who presses it? Can I go and look at your workroom? Not a factory workroom, your workroom that's got your name on it, your staff that you employ and you pay. Not a third-party factory. That is not bespoke tailoring. If they're very vague with their answers, then that's a red flag straight away. Personally, I encourage all new clients to come and visit my workroom where they can see me cutting and making the garments on site, on premises. Their pattern will be here, their coat will be here, their trousers will be here, their waistcoat will be here, or whatever garment they ordered. If you're having a bespoke suit made, the fittings, you should be having at least 3 fittings. If you're not getting 3 fittings, again, you've got to question why. You're paying somebody to spend time with you and your garment. That time equates to quality. Price is a driver for quality on a bespoke garment. Don't get fooled just by price, because you can pay a lot of money and still be getting a fused garment that's sent out to a factory. Some designer suits are very expensive. Designer labels, that is what you're paying for. You're paying for a name. You're not paying for a product. Take the label out of it. What is it worth? Does the quality of the garment actually stand up to the price you're paying? I highly doubt it. If you're paying £149 for a suit, for a bespoke suit, it is not bespoke. If you're paying £700 for a suit, it is not bespoke. If you're paying £1,000 for a suit, it's not bespoke. The bare minimum for a UK-made bespoke suit, cut and made in the UK, is around £2,500, going all the way up to £7,500 in Savile Row. And it is expensive. People say, well, you know, why is it so expensive? Well, it takes 80 hours of labour just to make the suit. That doesn't include the cloth costs, the trim, the linings, the buttons, everything else. So don't just get wound up in the price though. You need to look into those questions to pose to whoever you're going to get to commission your suit, what I said earlier as well, because there are companies and off the peg brands that you can buy that are, you know, £2,000, £3,000, £4,000. If you ask those questions though, you won't go far wrong. You don't have to go to Savile Row to get a bespoke suit. Granted, the majority, you're not going to be wrong-footed. You're going to get a very, very good suit. You're going to get a suit that's as good as anybody's. You'll find, even from the street, looking down, you'll see in the basement people working because the garments are cut and made on site. Granted, there are people that ferret around between Soho, taking garments here and there to finishers and pressers, but for the most part, the garment is made within a certain distance of Savile Row. And that's trying to preserve the art and the craft, and I give them full credit for that. But you don't need to think that you've only got to go to Savile Row to get a bespoke suit. What I offer is a genuine bespoke suit. You will get a bespoke suit anywhere up and down the country. You need to do your research and check out the person you're commissioning. There are lots of places that will give you a very, very good product. There's so much emphasis put on a canvas coat that it defines a bespoke garment. That is not the case. Just because a coat has a full canvas through it does not make it bespoke. There is so much more to a bespoke suit than just putting a canvas in the coat. Putting it in right, making it by hand beautifully, shaping it with an iron, stretching it, manipulating it, shrinking it, getting it to fit you, getting your shoulders perfect, lovely form through the chest, along with everything else, all the hand finishing and the hand sewing. That's what defines a bespoke garment. A bespoke garment is defined by having your own personal pattern cut from scratch, from a blank sheet of paper, no pattern adjusted, no block pattern tweaked for you, a blank sheet of paper like an architect's drawing. That is your pattern for you, uniquely for you. A skeleton base fitting, nothing is done on the garment, no pockets in, nothing. Full canvas through the coat, only the main seams are sewn with a machine. Then a forward fitting or a second fitting, all basted together a little bit further on, the lapels hand padded, not machine padded. Everything that can be done by hand in your coat, trousers, waistcoat, overcoat, tailcoat, no matter what it is, should be done by hand as it was 250 years ago. That is what defines a bespoke suit. Not just putting a canvas through it. That is not the definition of a bespoke suit. So don't fall into that trap of people saying we put a full canvas through our coat. If you book a 5-star hotel or book a first-class airline ticket, you know that's the best quality you can get. There is nothing above it. Well, actually, there is a 7-star hotel in Dubai. Generally, it is the best you're going to get. That is what a genuine bespoke suit is. There is nothing above a genuine, handcrafted, traditionally made bespoke suit. Now, traditionally doesn't mean old-fashioned. It doesn't mean it has to be stuffy and look like your granddad's suit did. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the construction methods that I used. A classically trained tailor has an eye that goes with it, and it's all about scale and proportion. You're going to get a garment that is perfectly balanced for you. It looks right in the length, the width, everything. The definition through the garment's chest, the width of the lapel. You can have anything you want, style-wise, fit-wise, cloth-wise, button-wise. There are no restrictions with bespoke. The fit is going to be day and night. The simple way I describe it is, when you get your suit on, if you don't feel like a sartorial god, then you have gone to the wrong guy. Simple as that.